Grace Nganga, KTN News, Nairobi.
A good place to begin our discussion tonight with Nelson Amenya, who is joining us from France. Nelson, good to see you tonight. Are you in hiding in France?
No, I'm in school where they served me. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, sorry about that. Someone is trying to call me. Okay, so I was saying, no, I'm not in hiding, though I'm very mindful of my security at the moment because I have received death threats, and I know they're very serious because, they're from very reliable sources. Yesterday, I received at my door, though I wasn't there, I received a notification for some documents that were sent through Huissier de Justice. It's like a process server in France. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they were sent by some lawyers who were procured by Jayesh Saini to me. And yeah, so well, I cannot say I'm in hiding, but at the moment, there are many intimidation tactics that are being used against me. Okay. They also sent, I haven't posted, but they sent some business associates of mine a letter threatening to sue them because they associate with me. And the reason why is because of my ex posts, and they actually asked them that they should tell me to stop posting this information about him. So all these intimidation tactics are in play.
Okay, from the outset, I'd like to say, Nelson, that there is a subsisting court order that bars you from talking about an individual and his businesses until that case is heard and determined. So tonight, as people who respect the law, because we don't want to be in contempt, we are going to avoid that discussion. But you have spoken to Kenyans a lot about the Adani deal, which is an important topic for us tonight. We are glad to see you safe. So where did you get these Adani documents? How did you come across these Adani documents?
This question I've been asked many times, and I've said it many times on my ex that I have to protect my sources. So I will not say where I got them, but what you need to understand is that they're very genuine documents and they're legit. And I challenge KAA and the other government agencies involved to come out and say they're not legitimate documents and bring the legitimate documents if they're false.
They claim that they are legitimate or otherwise has caused a lot of discomfort in the country. I know you know what's happening. And it's back to the drawing board. The aviation staff were on strike just the other week, and they got into a deal with the government. The deal with the government is that these documents be provided to them. I know they had 10 days to scrutinize them. What are they likely to find in these documents if they begin the scrutiny of the deal with the airport?
Well, basically everything that I have spoken about on my X account is what they will find in these documents. They will find that the Adani, they propose to KAA that they will reduce the workforce exponentially, because obviously, governments all over the world, they employ too many people, and sometimes these people are not working, and we know this happens also in Kenya. So what they ask KAA is to allow them to trim the team, and this means that people will lose their jobs. They even put in that proposal that KAA needs to look for other departments to redeploy the people they will let go, from JKIA. So these are the things that the workers of KAA will, most likely be very interested to read about. But there are other things that do not touch on KAA workers, for example, I know we're going to speak about this more, yes. But there is the ALG report. The ALG group, you need to understand that they have been working with KAA since 2019, and they were procured to offer consultancy on the aviation policy. But when CS Murkomen came into power, when he was appointed to be the CS of transport, he appointed them to become the transactional advisor of this PIP, Adani PIP. And that's how ALG is now roped into this whole JKIA Adani fiasco.
Yes.
But something very worthy to note is that ALG feasibility report and the feasibility report by Adani, they are clashing. The things that ALG reported and those that Adani was reporting in their feasibility study, they were clashing.
Okay.
For example, ALG was proposing JKIA to have up to 3 runways by 2054.
Yeah.
But Adani, on their feasibility report, they said that we do not need a second runway, and we only need to refurbish our old runway. So basically just retarmacking our old runway and adding taxiways. Taxiways is where the plane, when they land, they leave the runway. So they propose to add about 3 rapid exit taxiways on our already existing
infrastructure.
Already existing infrastructure. And of course, they will build the new terminal. So there is a few other things that we are gonna, discuss about this ALG report that that are I'm losing the word, but yeah, they are in conflict. They are in
conflict. So the 2 reports are in conflict, but do they tie in when it comes to the value of this investment? Having read the document, do they tie in?
Well, obviously, ALG didn't have a budget because it was only a feasibility report. But Adani had the budget. They had the budget that they intend to use, and they have to show the financials. But ALG was all about looking at the feasibility of upgrading the airport. So for this, they did not do any comparison.
Okay. Very interesting. Yeah. I know we'll have a lot to talk about, but I need to ask you this question. Is it true that they are taking, if this deal went through, they were supposed to take over the management of the airport for 30 years? Is it true?
Yeah, that's correct. 30 years from next year. From next year.
And today we have a response from Adani that says that the deal is not done. They've only spent about 6.7 or about 7 million shillings, a requirement for facilitation to get this done. My question is it true again that that is the only amount of money they have spent and this deal is not yet done on paper?
Officially, it's true. Because the law, the PPP Act, you have to pay $50,000 for you to be able to be eligible to submit your PIP.
Okay.
So this is in order, but there are other factors at play, in this deal. Like we are going to see why did Adani submit their proposal before the aviation policy was approved in May. So things like this can show you that there was already, insider information. If you're familiar with financial markets, sometimes there is insider information that helps the market and it can tilt the market. And in this case, yes, insider information might have helped them, to come up with this PIP. So this means that even though they paid the 50,000, they might have bribed other government officials to, give them more information because the PIP in itself is too detailed for any particular company to come up with such details.
Okay.
You need to be, you need to have access to all the data of KAA. And I know for a fact that Adani had been given an office at JKIA in which they were given access to all data and all information they needed to come up with the PIP and also the feasibility report.
A lot to talk about. We are coming back to you. Stay with us in about 20 minutes at the top of the hour. Nelson Amenya will be speaking to us. A lot to discuss tonight. Allegations that we will put him to strict proof because he says he has the documents. That coming up in about 23 minutes at the top of the hour. Stay around because this is a conversation you don't want to miss. Still ahead, the inaugural CEOs Summit is underway in Nairobi,